activate the ultimate weapon is simply a person with a peaceful heart. How ironic to have a peaceful heart is the key to a weapon of destruction. Perhaps the ultimate weapon wasn't intended to be a weapon at all. Unfortunately, there's no way to find out now. Regardless of its original purpose, Trip intends to use it as a weapon, and so we must stop them. Frogger, please, give it all you've got.
I hate wires. Hello people, what is going on? I am JXJacob. Welcome back to Let's Play Frog's Adventure the Rescue. Last time we did the entirety of the what is it? 6th world we were on. Today we're going to do subsequent world, the 7th world, the last world, the world I have never done before in my life. Why? Because it was too damn hard. I'm just getting some extra lives as I can, because if you noticed, I started off with no lives at all. Pretty much, this is your average space, the final space level of some sort, with moving platforms out the anus. I also am probably gonna die a lot more. Reason? Because wires. Why wires? Well, simple explanation. As I was supposed to be recording this, like actually recording this, about an hour ago. Sadly, my my cables for what was it? Cables for my component or composite. I always get the two mixed up. One of the two started failing didn't exactly function as it should have, and didn't display on my TV, so I have to actually view this through the capture software provided by Blackmagic, which doesn't have the steady frame rate as it should. Usually this game, I believe, runs at 60 frames or maybe 30. I don't know, nor do I care. It's just that full frames aren't displayed on the capture software. That thing is a dick. I wanted to jump on that, but nope, you can't do that. It's not how that shit works. So I'm not going to go down there, because that seems completely pointless, because, you know, I can't, it's hard to see anything. Get some free coins. I have a feeling that's actually where I'm supposed to go. Okay. Yep, down there is where I'm supposed to go. But free coins. Don't care, free coins. And that is going to stop me from getting on this, isn't it? I knew it. Oh, great. The waiting game. Waiting for platforms. Just glorious. So yeah, if I haven't said it already, this entire world is going to be done completely blind and at a worse frame rate than I'm used to. So I'm kind of disappointed about that. And we're also probably be playing the waiting game a lot, so this is why I don't look away for a few seconds. Because if I do, I die. This is good. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Whatever. Not like it really matters. I'm actually surprised I got on that platform in time. Oh well. Ah, I'm actually surprised I made that too. Also, a very ambient feel to the music. Wow, I have like the best luck in the world. I haven't died on this section yet. Shut up. So, welcome back to Moving Platform Hell. You can probably tell this is not going to be a fun time for me. Because moving platforms are the pain of my existence, and I could have jumped there, but I decided I did not want to, because that is for hipsters. And I don't like hipsters. You know, I really should have stayed on that platform. Well, I'm feeling really ballsy today, it would seem. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. Patience, my child. It'll all be over soon. Thank God for that. Also, I'm really hoping for some coins soon. Okay, that almost seemed kind of pointless. Well, that's one way of doing it. You know, I can almost kind of see why I wasn't able to complete this level about a decade ago. So many moving platforms! Oh God, this is horrifying. Well, I tried. I don't like how the platforms get faster and faster as you go. Because it gets harder and harder to stay on. This is not how you design a level. I understand that you wanted things to get harder and harder, but when you need frame perfect precision, no, not how you do it. And maybe I can get on now. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Yep, of course I died. Okay, once more, this time with all of the feelings. Oh, I so should have gone right there. So I think this is the farthest I've made. Yeah, this seems about right. Hopefully the moving platforms of hell is the gimmick of this level and not the whole fucking world, because that would be really nice. I should get on there too. This level is going to take forever and a half just because of the moving platforms, not floating platforms. Well, technically I'm right both ways. It's the patience game. I don't like this game. I really don't like this game. Like, being... just waiting for something... I'm impatient, if you haven't noticed. And if you haven't, you really need to pay more attention. I'm not good with waiting, especially in a game. In real life, I can wait for a decent bit. I have a line of patience, or degree of patience. But in video games, oh, that line is completely thrown out the window. How do you throw a line out the window? I can't stay still for too long in a game. I have to keep moving. I should have gone there. And if you're going to do something like this where you need absolute precision, make sure the controls and all that stuff work perfectly. And that it's not too cheap. Like, you know, that part. From the eyes of the player, that looked like it was going to go. And it's really, as I've said 100 million times, the detection of the grid is shoddy. It sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. In that, it... Ugh. Okay, sorry about that. My phone, the house phone actually just went off, and I was kind of like, wait, is it ringing out all throughout the house too? But then I took off my headphones for about a few seconds and realized, nope, I can't even hear it. You know, it's probably someone important, but I really just couldn't care less. Someone else is in this house. It's just being... Nope, so much for being alone the entire day. Apparently my dad's here, and I was not aware. Okay, platforms, do you want to help me? That'd be real nice. I don't like going around in circles. You don't want to help me? I'm just getting impatient. You know what's a great stress reliever for me? Listening to Sonic Generations soundtrack. I know that it's not exactly the most soothing thing in the world, but it relieves up a lot of stress because that soundtrack is really fucking good. In fact, I'm still listening to it because I don't feel like dealing with the ambience that is everything else. I don't hate ambient tracks. In fact, one of my favorite video game tracks of all time, Torvis Bog from Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, is very ambient in itself. So you can't exactly... I'm not one of those people who just hate all ambient and only prefer, like, other tracks. Also, that platformer is the bane of my fucking existence. I hate it. You're probably just gonna be hearing me hum whatever track is on, like, throughout the entirety of the next few videos, because, I'm not dealing with, this game's soundtrack anymore. I don't... It's mediocre at best. But, you know, I love Sonic Generations soundtrack, and if you can kind of hear it through, the Yeti, if it's picking that up, then I apologize. You probably won't even be able to hear it that much. Maybe if you have it on... You may be able to hear it if you have, like, your volume turned all the way up and really good headphones just to pay attention to the littler stuff, but I'm just watching my audio peaks in Audacity, and it doesn't seem like it's picking it up at all. Platforms, man. Fucking platforms. Doom! Yes! No! Oh. E. No! No! You know, but I don't like this design choice, honestly. Okay. Oh, please don't make me have to do this entire level all over again. Oh, you annoy me, game. Okay. Timing is absolutely everything in this game, it would seem. It's not a bad thing, but it can be if it's done incorrectly. This game doesn't do it exactly too well. It's definitely one of the reasons I probably haven't played this game in a decade. Probably the reason I won't be playing it at all for another decade. Did I seriously do that? Ugh. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm playing Sonic Generations soundtrack in my ears while I'm doing this, then I'd be in a much crankier mood. Because this level sucks! The rest of the levels of this world could be perfectly fine. They could be the best levels in the game, but I can't tell because the first level sucks so much. It really does. I get it that they provide you with a lot of lives, but it doesn't feel like that's enough. It really doesn't. And I've honestly been recording this for like the better part of the last 40 minutes. This is not an easy level. Yeah, I have to be patient because I need to time 2 things at once. Which is never fun. You know, I actually probably could have jumped there. And there. There. More spinning platforms of doom. Hey, game, could you give me an extra life soon, please? I really don't like this level. All I want is the exit. There we go. Okay, there's an extra life right up there. All you need to do is not die from here to there. There, extra life gained. Now, if I can get to the end of this level with 1 life, then I will be happy. Okay. Not jumping? Oh, I could have. I could have jumped, but I didn't feel like it. I can't jump there for sure. What? Okay. Why did I hit the A button? Why did they not give me a checkpoint? Why am I always so tempted to hit the A button? Ah! You know what, A button? Okay, and I need to do this for a subconscious sort of thing. Whenever there's a section where I don't need to use the A button, I'm going to move my finger away from it. Which is kind of hard because it's very comfortable to put your thumb right on the A button. It's honestly the easiest place to put it. Mainly just because of how the controller was designed. I'm not jumping there. Welcome to Super Cautious Jacob. Oh, did I mention I may have to actually split this entire world into more than 2 episodes? mainly because I'm not willing to sit down and record all of them, especially if they take an hour to do. Sometimes this is like one of the things I don't really like about this game. It's more of not really the game's fault, but not many people play this game for various reasons. Like, not many people have even played this game. I look on YouTube, and as I said, there's one Let's Play, no, 2 Let's Plays, I'm pretty sure. One that's incomplete, and the other that is a camcorder LP. And for that reason, I can't just go on to YouTube, find someone else's footage, and splice it there. Because I'm not willing to put up with this bullshit. I have a very low tolerance for bullshit. And this entire level is bullshit. That's the thing. Although, now that I think about it, I don't think any level can actually top, what was it, Puzzling Pyramid or whatever. Because that is still the best level in the game. The entire world is the best. It is the best. Okay. Away from the A button, Jacob. You are no longer allowed to use the A button. There. Level completed, thank God. Only took me about 50 minutes. I got all the coins though. I'm never going back to that level again.
Everything here is A-OK, and I've learned that the ship has reached the ultimate weapon safely. I'll see you soon.
Oh, that was actually pretty bad for a little intro sort of thing. What the? What was that? Oh my God! Well, that was the best thing ever. You know, this is a good level gimmick. I like this gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's... that's... If that's the gimmick of this level specifically, then I don't have a problem with this. It's just the first one that is a pain in my ass. I can just jump over here. I have no problem with this thing. Seriously. How could I have a problem with that? It's something that if I screw up, it's entirely my fault, not the game's fault for having it's not badly designed. Wow. Also, I'm really surprised I haven't seen a puzzle similar to that earlier. And now those things would probably cause a problem. Wow. This is how you do a gimmick. One that isn't entirely ball-crushingly hard, and one that's actually easy to pick up on. This is how you design a level well. I'm not like the best at... I'm not like a sort of... master of friggin' game design or something like that, but I know good game design when I see it. That is good game design. Like, how you... designing gimmicks is not really something that I like to begin with, mainly because, you know, most people don't like gimmicks to a level. But I don't have a problem with that. And I don't see why I ever would have a problem with it. Okay, now my question is, how do I do this? Perhaps I need to get it so that I can get, this block. Yeah, that's... need to move this somewhere else. There we go. That could work. No, it couldn't. It could work. There we go. Okay, now that the absolute horror that is the first level is done, maybe I can do the rest of the board in this session. Okay, this is probably one of the one. What? Okay, I don't have a problem with this. This is not something to have a shit fit over. Moving platforms, perfectly something to have a shit fit over. Okay, that was my fault. That right there was my fault. I can't even make it sound like it was the game's fault because it was all my fault. Now that I know what I'm doing this time, I can do this in less time. Okay, I am learning. And the level doesn't take 15 in-game minutes to do. And I'm actually going to align myself this way. I do feel a bit rushed because, you know, if you don't move fast enough, you're gonna kind of die, but it's not one of those things like, it's not something that I can get, again, really worked up over because it's not something that is that hard. Maybe that's the whole thing. I like easiness and I like simplicity. It doesn't have to be super complex for me to have to like it. It can be as easy and simple as this, and I will enjoy it. Actually, I'm going to have to... wait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over here. Question, do I know what I'm doing? Answer, no. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, I just did. I did just do it. Okay. I was kind of expecting them to move elsewhere, so I don't have a problem with that. That was entirely my fault. I'm not blaming the game. I'm not blaming the game anymore. How about that shit? I'll see you back when I get back to the other point. In the meantime, I'm going to start listening to Generation's soundtrack again. So yeah, I'll see you in probably a few seconds. I don't have the best memory, so I'll say this is about where we left off. So, hey, I'm back, and I am doing better. Again, Sonic Generations soundtrack is probably the best thing to ever relieve stress for me. I wish that I could just listen to that all the time, honestly. Wait, actually, I'm going to want to keep this there. Move that. Go back. Go over there. Do this. Do more stuff. Say the word do 700 more times. Do a leap. Do that, and another one of these things. Okay, I'm going to go on the bottom. Okay, I was actually, like, stumped for a minute, like, wait, what am I supposed to do? There we go. I just gotta get to the other side of that. With all of the moving... That's not fair! Oh. Yeah, I seen I forgot. They don't stay on there. Those blocks like the other things do. Okay. I'm okay with that. These are truly the only safe blocks. You know what I probably should have done? Just gone on the exit. Yeah, that works. So, yeah, that will do it for this episode of Frog's Adventure the Rescue. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm JXJacob. And how did I get coins complete two levels in a row? Whatever. Peace.